Hey guys, it's FallenDice, and welcome to episode 2 of FallenDice Plays Better Than BuildCraft. I started putting in some cactus here because I'm about ready to start doing some serious piping. And we'll go down real quick and take a peek, but I touched up my insides a little bit, and then I realized that this house is way too small for all the extremely large contraptions that I'm about to start building. So I decided to expand outside my base. So we'll head down here to that bottom floor where I still will be putting some stuff in. But in addition to that, I tunneled out the back down towards the level ground over there, and I did a insane job of terrain leveling. You can kind of see right now up in the mini map the nice big flat area. And at one point I thought maybe I'd do like a circle type of something, so I'd lay this out, but then I changed my mind. So where you see these blocks, that is going to be my workshop building down here. And over there I'm just kind of growing some trees, but I'll probably expand over there eventually. And out here, this is where my quarry is going to be. I figured might as well use the desert since it's close by, that way I can get some sand blocks in addition to all the other stuff. So, yep, today that is my first item that we're going to do, is we're going to build the necessary components, and then we're going to build a large quarry. I've been doing a little bit of research into the game, into the BuildCraft mod, and using the landmarks, going to set up a larger size quarry. That way I'm not stuck with this tiny one, just keep moving it over, adding different ones. I'll just use one big one. And then we'll be building the engines to power it. If you take a peek here, I went searching, and I found some oil. But it's a ways out there. That one's 700 blocks, that one's 830 blocks. Unfortunately, being that this mod was installed after I'd already started playing, there's nothing really close. But lucky for me, I hadn't done a lot of super far exploring, so it's still, I guess, within reason. So I may just go out there and get more buckets. Fact is, I do already have some buckets that when I discovered those two, I went and looking until I found some iron, made some buckets. So I've got a little bit of oil that I brought back with me. And I may decide to just keep doing that, or maybe I'll dig a tunnel, kind of a straightforward direction over to there. Depends. I got to find out how much oil I have in there and whether it's worth building a pipeline for it, or if it's just gonna run out in like 50 buckets, and then what was the point? So anyway, like I said, first thing is we want to start mining. So that is my start. So this is just some stuff from clearing. Here's all my tools, and we will go ahead and get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. We'll go ahead and start picking out some of these items that we're going to be needing here. I'm definitely going to be needing a lot more diamonds. I have some more in my inventory area, but yeah, it's going to take a lot. And I think this takes, yeah, I need to make these into sticks. Make a stack of these, because basically you need gears for everything. You start with wooden ones, but the wooden ones have to get upgraded to the other ones as well. So how many do I need? I'll leave 8 for now. Same thing as you go up in size, you have to continue to make more. What am I doing wrong here? Is it stone? Oh, that's right. Forgot, I've got to make these BuildCraft gears. There we go. Now we have wooden gears. Then we can make, I think we can make, or not. Alright, let's take a peek. Okay, well, that makes it a little easier. So yeah, then we take and we put the cobblestone around, and that's what gives us our stone gears. And I should probably get some more cobble, because I'm going to need more of these to make my gold and diamond gears. Alrighty. And we'll say we'll leave the same number. I really don't know how many exactly I'm going to need, but figure... I guess we don't know. Duh. There is no iron. Stone, and it goes to gold. Well, let's try this again. Alright, well, it looks like I researched all kinds of stuff without actually researching the form I should be. So basically, by combining BuildCraft and Better Than Wolves, they introduced the tech tree of Better Than Wolves into the BuildCraft. So I am going to have to level up my Better Than Wolves to be able to get to the higher trees of BuildCraft to be able to do my quarry. In addition, some of the recipes even changed anyway. So with that, I think I'm going to head back up. I'm going to take a quick look to see what I need to do to start advancing in my Better Than Wolves, because I really want to get working on the my quarry so I can start kind of doing some mining without actually having to go through and do the mining. I know, lazy. So anyway, I will see you back up in the cabin here shortly. Alright, so looks like we're about to head into the which age? Age 4. Age 4 of Better Than Wolves, and entry into that requires the construction of a hopper. So I think we're probably going to need a few of these, so what we're going to do is we'll make 8 of these. I believe that's it. Okay, yep, so we got 2 sidings, two sidings of pressure plate, corner, and 2 gears. And that gives us our hoppers. So the purpose of the hopper is to help automate the collection of materials, whether it be from farming, mob farms, wheat farms, hemp farms, things of that nature. So the hopper, when things fall on it, will actually store them kind of like a small chest, and when power is applied to it, it will dispense whatever's in the inside the hopper. So basically you can put it up on top of a chest, and stuff that flows over it, you know, water will flow over the top of it, items will drop down, and then it'll fill the chest up, and then it'll eventually fill it up, and then once it's full, the items will then flow over it to the next one. So you can actually set up, you know, 4 of these in a on a water conveyor belt to help collect all the items, and it allows you to collect a whole lot more than you know, you would if you would have to stand there waiting for stuff to come and pick it up. So it is handy. It does have some features of filtering using things such as trapdoors, ladders, grates, and the like. You can limit the size of the items that can fall into it. So there's some usage that you can use for that. I'm probably going to more so use the BuildCraft stuff as far as my piping, because using the gold, or the diamond pipe, you can actually put filters for specific items coming out, like say the quarry, and then send it to the chest. And I think I can probably do that with these, using the hopper to put it into the chest, and then say the wooden pipe to take it out of the chest, and then from there we can route it through the other piping system. So using the 2 of these together, we could probably come up with a real nice way of routing all of our goods into specific chests. But that's an idea I have for later on. So, but anyway, so that is the hopper. Some of the other things that we can make are using the reeds, which I have right here, a lot of them. We can, I think we put 4 of them is what you do to get the wicker. And is there one with all 9? Nope. Okay, so it used to be more, but I think it's just the 4 now for the wicker, and that's the real fine mesh one for limiting things. I think the only thing to make it through is say like redstone or gunpowder, that kind of thing. So it'll be the real small items. Make one of those just because. I'm gonna look and see what else we got left on this tier, but I think we're about to go into the Age of Wolves 5, which is the Fire Mastery, I believe. So we'll be making a hibachi, bellows, and those. So let me go ahead and look at those and the recipes, and I will be right back. So actually, there's a couple more things in this tree that I'd like to do. So we are going to go to my nether stuff. I could make a trip to the nether right now, but I actually already have all this stuff. So we've got netherrack, which we send through the mill, and then soul sand in a hopper will give us Hellfire, and then we can concentrated Hellfire, I believe is what it's called, through a stewing pot, which I'm doing some research right now because I think it said something along the natures of it's highly volatile. So don't want to blow anything up, so we'll look into that and make sure we do this safely. So we'll turn this on, and it should start popping out. And then I'll have to set up my first hopper setup to get my Hellfire. So I'm gonna let this get this go for a little while, collect all my ground netherrack, and then we'll set up our hopper to distill this. So, all right, I'll be right back. So there we go. We need soul sand as the filter, and then we just dump just like that. Although I bet you I can just quicker if I just throw the whole thing out. Maybe if I can get lucky. Let's see where to go. Oh, wow, that was quick actually. That was pretty much instantaneous. Okay, we've got Hellfire dust. Alright, so looks like it's just a simple 8 Hellfire dusts in a stewing pot will turn into 1 concentrated Hellfire. So we split it up to increase the number we got working going here. I think you need 3 to create a hibachi, which is the next step that I'm working towards. So alright, I think we got plenty to do that with. So that will be our next step, is to I believe create a hibachi. I was looking into the Hellfire dust and concentrated Hellfire and how, you know, it's supposedly dangerous, but I didn't see anything happen. And apparently I got lucky. Lucky in the fact that I decided to power my hopper, which I guess I did not need to do. Just having the soul stone in the hopper will go ahead and give you your concentrated Hellfire, which you are not the Hellfire dust will give you the Hellfire dust. However, after 8 doses, or after putting through 8 pieces of the netherrack dust, it will destroy the hopper and spawn a ghast. And yeah, that would have been kind of unlucky, but apparently having it powered, which again I just assumed it needed to be, having it powered means you can put in a whole couple stacks of it. So I don't know if you need to change it, and if maybe because I put so much soul sand in here, as it would use up one, it would go to the next one. But I know obviously with it taking 8, I put in more than a couple stacks. So I may go into my test world and just kind of experiment with that, because now I'm curious, because that would have not been very fun to have a ghast appear and then start blowing up my garden and all my farm stuff out there, and yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to add that to the hopper slash concentrated Hellfire discussion. Alright, there's one more thing we're going to make from the this age of the wolves, and that is the rollers. And the rollers are used in conjunction with the hopper in only letting like paper products and things of that nature through. So I know there's uses for it, and I remember reading about it, but anyway, that's how you make the rollers. It's just fill it all up with moldings, and it's just one more filter to use with the hopper. I don't have need of that right now, but that is how it's done. Alrighty, so we're ready to enter the 5th age of wolves, and that starts with a hibachi and a bellows. So the hibachi actually requires the use or a filament as part of its construction. So I decided I'm going to make 4 of these, even though I probably don't need 4, but I'll store them. But to make a filament, 1 glowstone, 1 redstone, 1 string. So this will give me 4 filaments, which I can then use for my hibachis. So we'll speed this up, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, and we're done. And my wolves are going crazy over there. It's a good thing I'm playing a single player, because I would be getting some serious noise complaints. Throw you guys a couple. I would call them bones, but this is... well, I guess there's bones in the hands. I guess that works. How did I get? Just 1? Oh, come on. There's more than 1 hungry one in here. Don't you guys hide. I want my dung. Give me my dung. I definitely need a much better method of doing this. That is very inefficient. I mean, I have a lot, but it means I have to go in there quite often to do this. But anyway, I digress. So back to the hibachi. So to make the hibachi, like I said, we're going to make 4 of these. So we'll put these across the top. And that's 1 more than I need. But that's okay. The extra will just come back in my inventory when I'm all done. We got the smooth stone on the side. And we'll throw an extra one in there once again, just for good measure. And then we throw in some redstone, and there we go. We have the hibachi. So we have 4 of those. Hibachis need to be powered by redstone, so I will be putting these underneath my cauldrons over there, and then I'll probably hook up some sort of a switch over there so I can turn them on and off. That way I don't have the smoke coming up all the time. The next part of this is we need to do a bellows. And while I won't use the bellows for this right now, because I'm going to set that up downstairs or down in the warehouse, but this is what's needed to do some more higher level stuff, like making glue and tallow and soap and other things of that nature, as well as when you get down to the steel section. So to make that, and apparently I did not grab enough of my wood here, so I need to get some more siding. Alright, I'm only going to make 1, because I really think I only need 1, and anything over that I think is kind of overkill. So we go with the sidings on the top. Maybe I did think I was going to. You know what? We will. And actually, before I can even get that far, I need to make a couple belts, because I need belts in this. So there's 2 belts, and then we'll go back over here. 2 each of the siding, 2 each of the tan leather. I don't want that. I want the belts. 2 belts, and then 2 gears on each side, and there we have 2 sets of bellows. Alright, so I'm going to come over here now, and I think I'm going to tear this up off camera. Then I'll kind of show you, as before I put it back into place, how I have this set up, you know, and how I'm running my wire. So I will be right back. And before I put in the stewing pots, I will show the fact that bellows is working. Also have a switch set up now, so I can turn this on and off, and I will show how I have that routed here shortly. So there you go. Using the hand crank, it'll turn on mechanical power for a moment and then turns it back off, which is exactly what we need for bellows. So until I get the pottery going, and then I get a turntable, which I can use a redstone torch to do the same thing. For now, this works just fine. And we can turn off there. So then we can turn off there. There we go. And now I can add in my stewing pots. And let's see, we just need to stick a block over here to be able to get this one on. Alright. But there we go. 4 stewing pots underneath Hibachi's bellow there, so we can stoke the fires. Automatic on-off switch now, so I don't have to leave them on all the time. And I like it. That's a nice little miniature version for what I can do inside my house to go along with what I've got here so far. And now I will go ahead and show you how I routed the power for that and how I set that system up. Alright, so here's the wiring for my Hibachi, bellows, and stewing pot room. So as we go over here, we see we got the bellows here with the output there, and then got the hand crank for now because I don't have the pottery to give me the delay, which once I get that, I'll probably come back and refix it, or I might just leave this one like that, and the ones that I later on do down in my warehouse will be different. Will be with the automatic. We got this, got the switch here, as you can see, redstone back there. Comes right out the back, come down through the wall, and that is going to power the blocks here, which will then power those redstone torches. And above here we have another set of redstone torches, so the opposite of what we have down here will be up there. So currently with those powered, the upstairs blocks are unpowered, so our system is turned off. So yeah, not really neat, but this, like I said, this area in the middle was going to always be for running power, mechanical, all that kind of stuff, and I still can come this way. It's not going to affect my my setup here. So yep, there we go. That is how we did that. Alright, thanks to Better Than Wolves, it is now time to upgrade. So we are going to build ourselves a composite bow, which from what I read gives it's a better, larger drawback, so it'll be able to shoot the heavier duty arrows or the flame arrows, but it also gives you more power. So there we go. Have a composite bow. We'll swap you in with that now. Let's take a peek and shoot at the wall. Ooh, nice and fast. I like that. Alright, so we'll click my arrows back again. The items we're going to be making are going to be tallow, the glue, soap, and potash. Alright, so start off, we'll throw in a piece of leather. See, nothing's going on there because we haven't stoked the fire. So we'll kick that off. Go over here, and we see we got the fire going up now. Make sure we keep it going because we need to keep the fire stoked for this to work. And we should have... Oh, I stopped too soon. Oh well, I didn't waste it, so looks like it's going to take 4 exhausts of the bellow. So we got 3. We'll do 1 more, and that should go poof. Yep, there we go. We got glue. Alrighty. And let's see about the potash. And that's... well, we don't want that to cook me an egg. I don't want hard-boiled eggs, so we will continue to... okay, good to go. Haven't given me any hard-boiled eggs yet. And 16 will give me 1 tallow. Okay, there we go. We'll throw in 9 things of wood here. Make sure it's working, and it is. Okay, we'll keep on pumping. I think we'll give it 1 more pump, should be good. And there we go, 1 wood gives me 1 potash. Alrighty, and then to produce the soap, I imagine it would be, what, 1 tallow 1 potash. Go ahead and give it a crank and see. Yep, and it is. So that is correct. So let's keep pumping away. Gotta remember to make sure I let the bellows come up. I hit it too quick. It takes. Yep, and there we go. We have soap. Alright, so that's a quick run through of those items. The cool thing though is if you have 1 tallow and 1 potash and 1 of the Hellfire dust along with 3 sheets of paper, we can create a stick of dynamite. Then, even better, take 6 sticks of dynamite with 2 coils of rope, and looks like, oh, and it wasn't potash, it was sawdust, and then add the potash, and then we create 2 mining charges. And the mining charges it's a shaped charge, so you can basically tunnel through mountains or whatnot, or better form dig when you're trying to do large projects and you don't want to go through and use your pickaxe and everything. And the best part is when it goes off and explodes, none of the blocks are destroyed. So you basically can go in and harvest all of the blocks from there. So it's another way to go and mine. Alrighty, so went out and did all of our supply stuff, and we're ready to make starting out with dynamite. So we made 19, even though I really only needed 18. And I think like I said, I can only make 3 shaped charges, but that'll be enough. I think we'll go out and have fun with that. Split that over there, glue down the center, and there we go. So actually we got six mining charges. So let's go ahead and stick our extra stuff in here, and then I will meet you downstairs to have some mining fun. Alright, let's have some fun. So, from what I understand, this is going to create a 3 by 3 by 3 hole with a extra 1 deep centered on the charge. And I believe it takes redstone to activate it, or actually I think flint can work too. So let's try this out. I'm not sure if leading up to the block is enough, or if I need to have it 1 more over and going up to it. So we'll try this just to see. So here we go, and there we are. That will work. Boom! Nice. Alright. Going 4 charges. Yep. And see how well. This is just fun. And that's actually pretty cool. As far as clean lines, like if you're trying to use charges to clear out a large area, I can see this working really well. Only issue being collecting all the supplies, but I think once I get myself automated, it shouldn't be quite that difficult. So, alright, well that was fun. So yeah, and I think that completes Tier 5 on the Age of Wolves. So we are now ready to move into Tier 6, which is the Pottery section. So I will meet you back inside, and then we will go ahead and start constructing our Tier 6. And at the completion of that, we will come back out and we will make our quarry, because that is definitely far enough to be able to do everything I need to for BuildCraft to be able to make my quarry, I think. Don't quote me on that. So anyway, I will meet you back upstairs. Alright, so we are in the 6th age, and I did look into it, and I will have to go all the way, because in order to make a iron gear for better than BuildCraft, you are required to use the Anvil. So that is part of the new age. So anyway, we have now the turntable. So we will go ahead and create that, and then we're going to have to place that on top of some mechanical power. So we will come down here, and actually, you know what, I'm gonna have to get some more pieces, so I will meet you down there. Alright, there we are. And then we got the different speed levels, and I will work on that once I get up top. I'll leave a opening to adjust that from up top. Alrighty, so let's see. I think I'll do is we'll put you on there and we'll add a torch just so that we can see how fast you're turning. Pretty quick. Oops, we don't want to do that. I need an empty hand. Alrighty, and then with an empty hand I can change the speed. Go really slow. Wow. I don't know when you'd ever want it to go that slow. Alright, well I think we'll leave it at the base speed. Alright. And then once we get to this point, then we get to start making stuff. And from what I understand, we'll just put a single clay thing on there. When it makes one full turn around, it'll turn into... Okay, now let's get it off there at this point. And this is unfired pottery. And I'm trying to remember exactly what we make with that, but we won't worry about that for now. Why are you doing that? I don't want you to go that fast. Okay, so we'll do that. Let it go around one more time. And we got... Now we have... Oh, they both say the same thing. Okay. And I am going to have to build a kiln in order to fire these, but I think this is the planter box. So that might be the crucible, and that'll be the planter box. See if I can make it only do one this time. Yay! Alright. I think the next one is a vase. And then the final would be the urn. Pedestal. Okay. We will make one of everything just to see how they all look. So man, I couldn't imagine trying to do this at the slower speeds. That would take forever. But for redstone circuits, I can definitely see that being a huge advantage because that's a really nice long timing circuit. Now with this, I need to make a kiln because I need to fire at the minimum the crucible, because the crucible is I think what I need to be able to make the anvil, and then once I have the anvil, then we can finally make our quarry. So I will be right back. Alright, so here is a kiln. While I have it all the way surrounded, technically the only thing you need for the kiln is to have brick on 4 sides. Top, bottom, and then left and right. Then what we need to do is we're going to need to, underneath it, put in hibachis. You can put in just a single one underneath, or you could put in up to 9, which is the maximum that your bellows is going to power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do all the work under here, and before I close it up, we'll get back on and we'll explain what we're doing here. Alright, I am having a ton of fun figuring out how to set this stuff up. And I'm sure there's probably people who have done it in better ways and whatnot, but I am just having a good old time. So basically what we've got done here is connected to that bottom one, going over one and then up. So we're powering the turntable. I have it on the second setting. As it comes around, it lights the redstone here, which in turn turns off this gearbox. That is timing enough to activate the bellows, so it's going up and down as it should. Over here I have my three hibachis, and I may change it to 6 or 9 later, but at the moment it's plenty enough. And then I've got a single switch up there coming down to here, and it goes into these 3 repeaters, which will then light my hibachi. So as soon as I flip this switch, I am ready to fire pottery. This is the bellows has got it heated up. It's got the setup for the kiln, and we are ready to go. So I am going to stop recording here. I'm going to pretty it up, and then I will come back and we will fire some pottery. Okay, so maybe prettying up was a loose term. Again, these are all maybe temporary, but these are all first stages. So this is all non-automated. as far as the I still have to put things in one at a time myself. But here we go. Flip the switch, and we now have fire. So we'll go ahead and drop our first piece in, which I think is going to become our crucible. And there it goes. And I think when it's done, it will just pop up, and we can walk up and just collect it. I don't think I have to do anything to it. I understand if I had all 9 fires going, that would be a quicker, but that was good enough, or quick enough. So yep, there we go. We have 1 crucible. Now we have, I believe, our planter is going here. When I add dirt to that, that'll give me a place where I can plant any crop, and I will be able to grow it regardless of where I am, and water doesn't matter. So as far as farms go, it's really cool. And prior to them fixing the trampling thing, this also was a great thing because you couldn't trample crops that are in here. Now you still can jump and trample, so there are still uses for this. But there we go, 1 planter. There's our vase, and there will be our urn. Now we will be making a lot of those to make soul urns out of, which we're going to need for our later items. And there we go. Now we are going to go back upstairs, and we are going to create an anvil, and then we'll take that with us down, and then we will construct our quarry. Wow, I can't believe we're finally to that point. It all started from there. So I'll see you up there in just a moment. Alright, so looks like it's going to take a little more work to get to that point than we thought, as opposed to the normal ways of making your higher leveled gears. The next set of gears that I need are steel gears, and steel gears are made from soul forged steel. Soul forged steel obviously requires souls to make, so I need soul urns. So here's a nice little setup we've got going. We will set this on here once. We watch it until it gets down to the urn stage, and then I set a little piston on here just to make it easier to get it out so I'm not whacking at it anymore. So once it gets down to there, flip the switch, flip it back, and we start all over again. As soon as this one's done, we'll go ahead and fire some up, and then right next door we can go ahead and throw in our nether rack, and then we will make some more soul urns, and then we'll go ahead and make a couple soul urns just to show you the process. Once again, I'm sure everyone can figure this out, but I mean, I'm having to go to multiple sources to figure out how to do all this, so I figured having this all in one episode's a great resource. I think that was the word I was looking for. So anyway, great resource for how to do a lot of this stuff and not have to search for it. Well, we're back here, and seeing as it takes 1 soul urn for every soul forged steel, I decided I needed to kind of automate things a little more than where I was. I still don't have the ability to make detector blocks and dispenser blocks, which once I do that, then I can completely do this without even having to be here. For right now, I'll show you where I got to the point. So we come over here, set the block on here. I've got the push button here now to, when it gets to the urn stage, I hit that, it'll dispense the urn towards me. Then I can turn around and drop another piece of clay on there, and then I head over to the kiln. So there we go. Drop that. Come over to here. The one that was in the kiln is ready. Put mine back over there. Come back over here. Wait for it to get ready. And repeat the stages. So, and then on top of that, I decided to also kind of speed up the whole process here of the milling. So I redid what I had upstairs. So instead of the 2 that were up there, I now have 6 down here. So we'll go pick this up, and then I added water as well. So let's see, right now I've got like 26. So basically, I'm gonna go in and put like stack of each, or half a stack in each one of these. And once that's done, I can basically AFK or go do something else, because this part will be done all by itself without me even needing to be around. Which is what's cool. Once I get the dispenser blocks and detector blocks and stuff, then I'll be able to do the same thing with everything else, and I won't really have to be involved in this. So we got our soul sand, and we got our soul urns. I gotta switch over here. Get closer. Flip it. And did I double flip it? Let's see. Why do I not have power? What is going on? It was working before. What did I do this time? Oh, that's what I did. Well, I won't say that's what I did, but that's what happened again. Somehow I clicked on it while I had nothing in my hands. There we go. Now we're milling. And all the drops are going to get washed by the water right down into the hopper. And as you see, poof, poof, poof. And I just need to stand over here so that I can collect the Hellfire dust that's going to pop up. Alright, so one last thing before we go is we might as well create our anvil. So we have currently 33 soul urns, so we're going to create 33 soul forged steel, and using that we'll create our anvil. And I'm thinking maybe no, we'll just stick with that. We'll work on tools and other things on our next episode. So I put in, I think, 32 or 33 of the carbon powder, so we should be getting the very last ones here shortly. We will now take it over to our crucible. Now what I did is I took out the bottom brick on my kiln and put in the crucible. Once I'm done with this, then I can just put back the brick in the bottom, and it will go back to being a kiln, so I can kind of get double use out of this section here, since I've already got the hibachis underneath there, and I've already got the bellows, and it's already set to work, and it's got the switch and everything, so I figured it'd just be easier to use my existing setup than to try and create a whole new setup. Alright, so now we will go to the crucible, and we will place in our carbon powder, place in our iron ingots, and place in our soul urns. And now we will start to create our soul forged steel. Alright, we have 7 soul forged steel. We now have enough to make our anvil. So I will take this and head upstairs, and I will see you up there. And here we are. And the simple recipe for the anvil: 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom, 1 in the middle. And there is our anvil. And cool part about the anvil, set it here for now. Whoa. Well, oh, that's right, these are half slabs, aren't they? So the cool part is, it is a much larger crafting grid. So I will find a better place for that, but that is the stopping point for today. I did not get to my quarry, but I think we got a lot of stuff done, a rather impressive amount of stuff. So we will call that an episode for today. Next time when we come back, we will continue on from here. We can now, with this, create the new tools: the Maddock, the battle axe. We have the ability to create the soul forged steel armor, which is better than the diamond. We also have the ability now to make the specialty blocks, the dispenser block, the buddy block, the eyes, all the cool blocks like that to fully automate. But as we said, I promised before, my first goal is going to be to get a quarry and start gathering some more ores and resources. So that will be our goal for the next episode. Thanks for watching. As always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. If you enjoyed this, I would appreciate a good thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, tips, anything of that nature, go ahead and leave a comment for me. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Some of the things I do in this channel, the Better Than Wolves that you just witnessed, the traditional Minecraft that I do, as well as tutorials. So subscribe and you will be notified of any upcoming content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.